Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance is the Yish Crowns, the Knights of Grand Celt Crowns, the Clash of Miasma and Aether for Rain's Sword, Conquering the Omega Core for the box summons, which there are 2 Neovision tickets in there. They're limited to Season 4, but still 2 free Neovisions, plus there's 2 Shard tickets, so it's 50 shards for 2 units of choice, only Season 4 again, so definitely worth doing all of that stuff before it ends, if you haven't yet. And new this week is going to be Final Fantasy VII, so we are getting 1 unit, well, 1 banner unit and 1 free unit. So log in for 30 shards there. They're not premium, so their shards are in the banner shop, getting some updates. So Tifa is getting her crowns and boosts, and it's really good stuff for her. So she's getting LB's upgraded and everything, passive attack and 150 water boost, as well as she is also getting the bonus 200% chain cap when dual wielding, which is really good for her. So she's getting a bunch of really nice upgrades. Her leader ability, I believe, is just going to be 100 attack and magic for Final Fantasy VII. But some nice boosts for her, definitely worth getting the crowns. And we have some general leader skills. So 100 attack and magic for fire units. Terra, Vaughn, and Kuja are getting that. So if you don't have anything better, it's at least something. And we have just the 1 new vision card. So we're getting Genesis. So maxed out 130 magic, 50% magic, 25 limit damage, and 500 flat magic for Final Fantasy VII only units. Pretty generic series card, honestly. And just the 1 new card that we're getting for the week. We do have some events, so we're getting the March of Degradation. So we're going to get the Genesis coat, which for him, 500 flat magic on it, makes it most likely best in slot item for him. Definitely worth getting. You're going to have to go through the event and level it up, probably. Yeah. Then we're getting a battle between 1C soldiers. So we're getting an upgrade to Sephiroth's sword, which is really nice. He gets another, I think, 10 base attack and another 500 flat attack. I think right now it maxes out 180 and 500, so it goes up to 190 and 1000 attack. So very nice for Sephiroth on that upgrade. If you miss the sword completely, doing the event will give you the base sword and all the recipes to go up to the new max level. So that's nice at least as well. And then we have the Fist Trained to Protect. So this is the Master Crown Challenge for Tifa. And she'll get 2 bonus abilities. So you're going to have to clear the challenge to get the bonus chain cap for her, as well as the 150 water magnus for her. And then just the crown exchange if you don't actually want the silver crowns, which I don't... You definitely want to use them on Tifa. And we're also getting a free unit, which means new event to get the free unit and max them out. So we're getting Sisney, Super Limit Burst unit, Super 2-handed throwing weapon, 144 attack, 212 magic. She'll get 500 flat magic, and everybody else can get 20% evasion. And then regular trust, only they can equip clothing, 24 defense, 55 magic, 38 spirit. 30% to all resist is actually really nice. 30% health and mana, 50% magic, and 500 flat magic on it. So for them, really nice clothing piece there. And obviously bringing Final Fantasy VII units will give bonus to the drop rate. So bring a bonus team and you don't have to farm as much. So the main event is going to be the raid event, the Hunted SLs. I mean, they showcase Purple Pain Plus, which is only a 120 attack fist, one-handed. It has Libra, a Mirage stack for the user, and a little bit of damage for an ability. Honestly, 120 attack on it, if that's the maxed out, is really low. But usual, bring bonus units and everything like that. So Final Fantasy VII category is going to be the bonus for pretty much everything this week. And then we have the actual banner. So we have Genesis. They're doing the treasure step up, so you can get the ticket if you want to get something out of the armory pick. And then you'll have to run through and his regular step up 2 more times. If you want a pity, you'll need 10 tickets total. So Super Limit Burst unit, magic caster. Super is a sword, 2-handed, 140 attack, 234 magic. He'll get 500 flat magic, and then everybody else can get 75% killer to human and machine. Regular trust, materia, 50% magic and 50% machine killer. Nothing too special on the regular trust there. And we can take a look at these units on the JP side. So up first we have Sisney. So also a mage unit. They have double Mirage for the team, which is quite nice. 80% all break for all enemies, but only for 2 turns. But you can spam that. Single hit, 15x damage on top of that. They can use throwable items. And then they have, so for fire moves, Absolute Mirror and Bolting. Stardust Ray, which is a physical attack, so we can imbue that one, non-elemental base. And then we have, for just bolting, Earth, Wind, and Lightning. So okay on the elemental choice. As far as modifiers, nothing too great there. A Magnus, 300x modifier, AR chains. One use Magnus, 140 in peril for fire, lightning, wind, and earth was actually really nice on a free unit. They get 130 machine killer, which is okay. And then they get the boost limit, so 30 fire boost, 250 magic, 80x modifier added to the LB, and 300 magic store. And then they also have a normal magic store, 50 per cast, and maxes out at 300. And they have just triple cast, so no quad cast in the kit. Decent amount of killers. See, they have 150 modifier, probably to the spells. Because they do have the elemental spells, both bolting and chaos wave for fire, ice, and lightning. Main damage is obviously the LB, so base, 120 fire and peril, 80 spirit break, 200x fire magic damage, so not imbuable, magic type damage. And then super, 140 fire down, 80 spirit break, and 270 on the modifier, still fire magic type. Bolting for both on chain frames. So the super is not bad as long as you can deal fire and magic type damage. So overall, free unit. So I mean, nothing too strong, but they look like they'll be decent enough. Definitely worth maxing them out. And then we have Genesis. So he does have his 150 Fire Magnus. Has a 150x hit and then a 30x fire dot. Both triple and quad cast, which helps out a little bit with dealing magic damage. Stardust Ray, fire base, but it's a physical attack, so it can be imbued. 135 fire and peril on that. Stacking move, so 160 will stack up to 400x, which probably not going to be used too much. The main thing I think we're going to use is this mana dump. So unlike Meteor, this is a magic type attack, so it's not imbuable. It doesn't count as a physical attack for the special can't use physical stages, but it is locked to fire. But other than that, it works just like Meteor. Use all your mana and use that as the modifier to hit. And he also has this nice cooldown. So 300% magic buff for 4 turns. almost 40,000 mana split over 4 turns. So that's like 10,000 mana per turn. 300% magic store. And then after 2 turns, it will do another 300% magic store. And then after 3, again. So essentially, this is a setup. You can't multicast it, but you cast this, and then the next 3 turns after that, you can dump all your mana and still have the magic store, which is really nice and probably the main way that I see him being used. He also does have another cooldown, which will add to his LB modifier, 130 there with the store magic. Go down to killers, looks like 200x modifier to his spells. TM will give him 1,000 flat magic. Decent selection of spells, bolting and chaos for dark, lightning, ice, and fire for both. Leader skill, 100 attack and magic for Final Fantasy VII. And as far as his LB, so the base is 35 sword down, 130 fire down, and a 250x hit, 15 total hits, so that's not really going to chain with anything. The super is a 40% sword and peril, which is really nice. 130 on the fire down, and 350x modifier, bolting chain frames on that, which is nice. Plus, we can add in the 130. So that is 480 modifier on his LB with the cooldown, plus 300% store on that. So his super is going to deal a decent amount of damage, but I think his max damage is definitely going to be the mana dump fire. So overall, decent unit. I mean, he has magic and mostly locked to fire. The only thing to keep in mind is the other part of this event should have Zack, and he is the big lightning leader with 500% attack and magic for lightning and Final Fantasy VII units, I believe. And I think Angeal is part of his week. So we might see that next week if they're not breaking this up at all. So overall, he's a decent unit. As far as pulling, I think I'm just going to use some EX tickets. I'm saving some on-banner tickets to try to get Zack possibly. But anybody that does decide to pull, good luck to you. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.